Salvador Dalí didn't just paint dreams, he created an entire visual language of symbols that unlock the deepest corridors of the human psyche. Every melting clock, every crawling ant, every impossible elephant in his surrealist masterpieces carries layers of meaning that transform his paintings from mere images into psychological puzzles waiting to be decoded. The melting clocks in The Persistence of Memory are perhaps Dalí's most iconic symbol, but their meaning goes far deeper than most realize. Dalí claimed the inspiration struck while contemplating melted camembert cheese after dinner, fascinated by how something rigid could become fluid. These drooping timepieces represent the relativity and fluidity of time in dreams and memory, where minutes can feel like hours and years can compress into seconds. They also reflect Einstein's theory of relativity, which was revolutionizing scientific thought during Dalí's era. When clocks melt, they lose their function and authority, suggesting that our perception of time is psychological rather than mechanical, elastic, subjective, and ultimately meaningless in the dream world. But notice the fourth clock in that painting, the orange pocket watch lying face down, covered in ants. Unlike its melting companions, this clock remains solid and rigid. The ants swarming across it symbolize death, decay, and the potential for destruction. This disturbing motif originated from a childhood trauma. When young Salvador discovered a bat he'd been caring for, still alive but covered in frenzied ants eating it alive. Throughout his career, ants represented his deepest fear of putrefaction and the inevitable decomposition of all living things. The contrast between the melting clocks and the ant-covered solid clock creates a profound meditation on subjective versus objective time and the decay that awaits us all. Dalí's elephants, appearing in works like The Temptation of St. Anthony, carry entirely different symbolism. These massive creatures balance impossibly on spindly, multi-jointed legs that seem ready to snap at any moment. They represent the contrast between strength and fragility, power and vulnerability. The elephants typically carry obelisks or other heavy objects on their backs, ancient symbols of power and eternity that become monuments to memory itself. Their elongated legs allow them to traverse the boundaries between reality and the subconscious, moving through dreamscapes with an otherworldly grace that defies physics. Eggs appear repeatedly throughout Dalí's work, symbolizing birth, love, and hope. This symbol held deeply personal meaning for the artist. Before Salvador was born, his parents had another son also named Salvador who died at age 5. When they had another child, they gave him the same name to honor the deceased brother. The egg represented both the hope of new life and the persistence of memory across generations. It also symbolized his wife Gala's gaze and the resurrection of Christ, operating on multiple levels simultaneously. Crutches appear throughout Dalí's paintings as symbols of support, tradition, and the need for emotional and physical assistance at various stages of life. They represent both the props that hold up our reality and the traditions that support essential human values. Keys symbolize unlocking the subconscious mind, inspired by Freud's theories of dream interpretation through free association. Grasshoppers represent irrational fear. Dalí himself suffered from an intense phobia of these insects. Understanding Dalí's symbols reveals that Each painting operates on multiple levels simultaneously, combining personal psychological content, universal human experiences, religious symbolism, and artistic innovation into a rich complexity that makes his work